going to start a new series on Kiddush Levana, which is the next mitzvah that we're going to do in the next few days as we go into the month of Cheshvan. So it seems like a very simple mitzvah and a beautiful one. When there's a new moon, we go outside and we say, hey, a new month is starting. Let's not take it for granted. And therefore we go out and we say a bracha, a few sukkim before, a few sukkim after. It seems like a simple mitzvah. The problem begins with a comment of the Agur. The Agur was one of the greats of the 15th century. He wrote a halachic work that combines halacha and Kabbalah. And he writes, Yesh omrim, some say, she'en lekadesh hachodesh ela balayla, that you can only do Kiddush Levana at night, because of what we say regarding Hanukkah candles, shraga betira lemahane. Just like with Hanukkah candles, you light them at night so people can see them, versus during the day where they wouldn't notice them. So too, we only go ahead and say the bracha on the new moon at night when we could enjoy its light, and not during the day where even if you saw the moon, it wouldn't be noticeable. And the Ramah paskins this, la halacha in lekadesh hachodesh ela balayla, ve'etcha levana zorachat ve'nehenim me'ora. You only do Kiddush Levana at night when you can have some benefit from its light. Those last two words, nehenim me'ora, indeed calls into question what is the nature of this mitzvah. Is it like a birkat nehenin? Namely, you're enjoying the light, so you make a bracha, just like before you enjoy an apple, you make a bracha. Before you enjoy a good sandwich, you make a bracha. So too, before you enjoy the light of the new moon, you make a bracha. Or perhaps not. It's a birkat hashevach. It's a bracha and praising God on the fact that every month a new moon happens. I enjoy it, I don't enjoy it. So what? The fact is, people enjoy it. Now, why is it so important? It would be important for someone who can't see the moon, namely he is blind. So on the one hand, we have a precedent of every single morning in which the Shulchan Aruch paskins that a sumah, someone that is blind, even though he has never seen the sun, still says the bracha before Kriyat Shema of Yotzer HaMe'orot, God who created the sun and the moon, as we read in Parshat Bereshit, even though he himself doesn't enjoy the light of the sun, because, as the Shulchan Aruch writes, others see it and can help him. They hold his hand and they direct him in the right way, or he has a dog that does it, whatever it might be. Someone out there is enjoying it, and he's making a bracha on what other people enjoy. On the other hand, we have a precedent of every Motzei Shabbos. We say the bracha of Borei Me'orei Ha'esh, and the Shulchan Aruch paskin sumah eino mevarech, as the Mishnah Berurah explains, the haba'inan sheye'otu la'oro, because the halacha is you have to enjoy the candle. Therefore, we get very close to it and see our fingernails in it. And therefore, since he can't do that, he doesn't make that bracha when he makes havdalah. And therefore, taking these two precedents, where do we put Kiddush Levana? So the Maharshal, who lived at the same time as the Shulchan Aruch and the Ramah, comes along and says that someone that's blind can make the bracha of Kiddush Levana. That even though it says that you're supposed to enjoy the light, it doesn't mean you yourself enjoy it, but rather, and I quote, Sheha'olam ye'otu la'ora, that the world in general enjoys its light. Ki bracha zo ad briat olamot v'chidusho kai. The nature of the bracha is a birkat hashevach. It's praise on the fact that God created the moon and that people can enjoy it. Doesn't mean I personally have to enjoy it, but people in general enjoy it. And just like in the morning he says Yotzer HaMe'orot, even though he doesn't enjoy the sun, he can make a Kiddush Levana, even though he himself doesn't enjoy it. The world at large does. The Magen Avraham paskins these words of the Maharshal lehalacha, and the Mishnah Berurah explains exactly what we just did. Ki bracha zo nitkana al chidush haolam. It's a general bracha on the fact that it's done, even though I myself cannot enjoy it. On the other hand, Rabbi Akiva Eger on the Shulchan Aruch quotes the Maharikash, who says that since you have to enjoy it, then it's like the bracha that we say on Havdalah on the candle. If you don't enjoy it, you don't make the bracha. And the Pirur Halacha, which is the Perush of the Mishnah Berurah on himself, comes along and says it's different than other brachas. Namely, The bracha that we make on thunder and lightning is indeed a Birkat HaShevach. But this, he says, Ba'inan sheyeheneh le'oro, you have to enjoy it. It is like a bracha on an apple. If you don't enjoy the apple, you're not about to eat it, you don't make a bracha on the fact that God indeed was borei peri ha'etz. He created the fruits of the tree. You only make the bracha if indeed you enjoy the fruits of the tree. So, the question that we posed is Kiddush Levana a Birkat HaShevach, just praising God for creating it even though I don't enjoy it personally, or no, it's a bracha like Birkat HaNehenin, like on an apple, and if you don't enjoy it, you don't make the bracha. Comes along the former chief rabbi of Yerushalayim, Rav Kulitz, Zecher Tzaddik Lebracha, in his book Minchat Eliyahu, and ultimately says it's connected to another halacha of Kiddush Levana, and that is, till when can you say the bracha? So the Gemara brings two opinions on this. In Masechet Sanhedrin, Daf Mem Aleph Amud Bet, the Gemara brings the opinion of Rav Yehuda that says you can only make the bracha until the 7th of the month, and comes along Nahardeya, which was a yeshiva in Nahardeya, namely the more majority opinion, and says no, you can make it until the 16th, which is the way we paskin. Comes along Rav Kulitz and says, this is exactly their machlokas. According to Rav Yehuda, the bracha is ala yitzira. Namely, it's on the fact that God created the moon. You already acknowledged by the 7th night after the beginning of the month that the moon has been created and has been getting bigger. That's it. But no, the majority opinion says that's not the nature of the bracha. It's not praise to God that He created it, but rather it's I enjoying it. And therefore, the bigger it is, the better it is to make the bracha. And thus, you can make the bracha way past the 7th, up until the time that it gets smaller. And when does it begin to get smaller? On the 16th of the month, mid-month. So we saw today that indeed there's a machlokes if the bracha of Kiddush Levana is a bracha of praise that God created it, or no, it's a bracha on me enjoying it. And Rav Kulitz connected it to the cutoff time. If it's a bracha of praise, then you can praise God, but since you've enjoyed it from the 1st of the month to the 7th, that's it. But if the bracha is on enjoying it, then ultimately, the bigger it is, the more enjoyment you get. And the cutoff time is going to be when you enjoy it less, when it starts getting smaller. And of course, the nafkamina that we started with is, if someone blind who cannot see the Levana, cannot see the moon, can he say the bracha? If it's Birkat HaShevach, just praising God, then yes. But if it's on me enjoying it, then of course he can't.
Yisrael